Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Lone Wolf. We're about to enter the Shianti halls. I'm sure it will be horrible. So the problem with finishing that last encounter was that our sword is basically on the verge of breaking in half. We don't have a backup weapon because we sold it like a dumb fool. I don't know. Because it was taking up a spot in my inventory. And so now my sword's going to break, which is just great. Unless we find a merchant of some kind. It's possible that's the first thing we're going to get, but it's hard to say. Let's go. Let's find out. Limbs still heavy and body aching from your battle with the massive Gurgas, you have emerged through the portal. As you approach the shadows of a ruined temple, you are awed by its age and majesty in equal measure. Leandra, standing beside you, feels the same way. Her brow is creased with anxiety as she stares upon the ruins. This place, she tells you in a hushed voice. There have been legends about this place and the Shianti who built it for as long as anyone in Rockstan can remember. Leandra peers into the darkness as she speaks. For centuries, some lending adventurers have come to the sunken forest in the hope of finding the main entrance to the lost temple of the Shianti. From time to time, a villager could be persuaded to guide them through the forest to the temple ruins, though none of my kinfolk would ever dare to venture further. She holds you with a steely gaze as she utters a chilling warning. Now you must be extra careful, Lone Wolf. None of the adventurers who have entered the temple has ever been seen again. Of course not. I made it too easy. You steel yourself for the journey ahead. The power in this place still echoes through your mind like distant thunder, a pulse of timeless magic that reels you in and yet warns you to stay away. An audible sound catches your attention. Nearby, several shapes have approached the edge of the portal. They are wolves and they are moving in a close, cautious pack. The wolf in the lead, a frost-muzzled alpha, watches you with soulful eyes. Where you choose to go now is no place for them. They will venture no further. With a chorus of low howls and whimpers, they bid you a mournful farewell. Okay, that would make more sense if I had animal abilities at all, but I don't. So let's go ahead and go to the engraved gallery and hopefully we'll find some kind of merchant. I have no idea why any merchant of all would be inside the temple, but I'm hoping beyond hope, basically. I can't go back. I don't think I can. Nope. Yeah, there's just no way to go back. Only forward. And story-wise, really, doesn't make any damn sense to go backwards. Not with Gyax running through the forest. With Leandra following close behind, you make your way deeper into the temple. The tunnel ahead is widened, opening up into what appears to be a gallery. Sconces set into the walls illuminate areas of heavy engraving around them. A closer inspection reveals ancient writing and strange drawings. It is an examination Leandra is more than eager to perform. These inscriptions should give us an idea of what lies ahead. We learn a lot about the purpose of this place, she says, as she ponders the nearest set of glyphs. Just be quick and careful, you caution the curious girl, as you keep your eyes fixed on the dark shadows between the flickering lights. These torches have not been burning very long. Whoever set them here may not be far away. I'll be quick, and I'll be efficient too, she assures, glancing at you with a wry look before turning her full attention to the engravings. Fine, I'll scout the way ahead. After all, we don't want to be ambushed here, no matter how useful or interesting the markings may be, you say as you move past Leandra, leaving her to examine the walls as you walk farther along the long passageway. At first, the only sounds you hear are Leandra's studious mumblings behind you, but after a while, you have moved far enough past her that you can hear nothing but silence. You do not let the quiet lull you into complacency. Where the forces of the dark lands are concerned, things can change for the worse very quickly. They really love that shot of bats, don't they? It's been like the third or fourth time it showed up. Your intuition proves tragically correct when you hear low-pitched, rough, guttural voices in the distance. There are several figures moving in the darkness, and they are coming in your direction with haste. You hear breathless rasps, mixed with deep and harsh voices that leave you in no doubt as to who it is approaching. It is the war party of Geox and Drakarim. Okay, chances are they don't actually see me, though. They probably see her in the light. So, can't do that. Can't do that. So what's this? Tunnel's floor is slippery, and devise a plan to take advantage of it. Okay. Using your rage weapon, overthrow a brazier to hinder and wound your enemies. I don't know, it seems like the brazier would only hinder a couple of them, whereas this might take all of them. So let's do this one. Though you are outnumbered, the enemies have come to you, and, in so doing, you may have acquired the upper hand. Looking across the floor, you see several puddles glimmering in the torchlight. The ceiling of the tunnel has been leaking, leaving sections of the slick stone you can turn to your advantage. You can hear the Geox and the Drakarim talk about Redfang. They are unaware of his demise. As they approach, you dart out of the shadows and move into their sight, positioning yourself so that some of these puddles are between you and these enemies. And then, pointless shot of the cube. Gaj okak igashig, you roar, calling the lot of them a pack of whimpering pups. The insult enrages them, and they come rushing towards you with their weapons drawn. They only manage a few steps before they run straight through the water and lose their footing, skidding and falling to the ground in a chaotic mess. Seizing the initiative, you leap upon them and attack. Well, I'm fully healed. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to check to see what my weapon's like. I guess it'll tell me. We should see a yellow icon in the bottom right corner if our sword is still in need of repair. Hopefully it's been fixed. Let's see. Actually, it looks like it has been. Alright, let's try our brand new Sunstorm. See what happens. See what we need to do. Boy, that uses a lot of power. Oh, I missed. I was expecting to have to charge it up first. Even with a miss, that was really impressive. I wonder how much damage that would do if I had not missed. Okay, quick attack to just finish this guy off. He's dead. He's never going to bother anybody again. And then this guy, oh yeah, this will... I can probably just hit him with a heavy attack, should probably do it. Hiya. Not quite, actually. So that's a pity. How about... Oh. Giak. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, 395. That's almost enough for the quick attack. I'm really tempted just to shield up, though. Yeah, shield up, let them attack me. Because the thing is... Yeah, go ahead and heal as much as you can, whatever. The thing is, I'm only going to be able to take out maybe one of them. And this way I might be able to at least injure them, if not kill them outright. Yeah, him I knew I wasn't going to be able to kill outright. That's fine. Can I do this again? No. That was probably just wishful thinking on my part. Oh, you know what? Let's use... Yeah, fan of knives. Let's do it. Okay, that should... Yeah, it didn't actually kill anybody. Okay, that's fine. Let's do the stun attack, which might actually just kill this Gyak straight out, right? Almost. Not quite. That's alright, he's stunned, whatever. You will take damage with the heavy attack. Oh, blade lock. That's okay. I can hit you. Yep, there we go. You're dead. And the combo attack should work for the other guy. Any minute now, I'll be able to focus on that guy. There we go. Hiya. Oh, okay, he just died straight out. I wasn't expecting that. Which means a light attack should just take care of the Gyak, right? Oh, and thus, of course, another Gyak shows up. And I'm out of my turn. So one of these guys is going to be able to attack me, I expect. Yep. Oh, though I was not expecting that. Dex is high, so I was able to knock him back. That's nice. Always like when that happens. Okay, nice of you to wait for him to get back up. Okay, now I should just be able to, yeah, just cut you down. Bye-bye. And I should be able to use a combo attack Actually, heavy attack should totally do it here. Yeah, I thought so. That lets me master the technique. Nice. Okay. Health is full. Kai is full. Endurance is only half. Not too bad. And I can totally eat some bread to... Oh no, bread is Kai, not endurance. Huh. Well, maybe these guys will have something that I can use to get my endurance back up to full. Nice, so lower cooldown. Okay. I like that. What loot do we have here? Picklock, iron, steel, power flare, and broth. Broth is really nice, thank you. Because that lets me heal everything. Kai, vitality, and endurance. Leandra catches up with you shortly afterwards. Apparently, the girl has been lucky. Her curiosity had driven her away from the main tunnel, and the enemy had unwittingly passed her by. She does not seem to care very much about the near miss, for she is consumed with excitement by something she has discovered. Typical scientist. Well, stereotypical scientist, I should say. I found an impressive bas-relief. I'm sure it can tell us something valuable about the temple. Come, I'll show you. Leandra leads you to a side chamber. The bas-relief occupies most of a wall that you would not have readily spotted in the pitch darkness. She points to the top left portion of the depiction at a group of humanoid figures. They resemble craftsmen at work. Are they stone carvers? Looks like they're chiseling small cubes of stone. Leandra seems to know the answer. Think those are crystals, not stones. When I studied the cube I found, I finally managed to remove a facet, and a crystal shaped like that was what I found inside. Look here. She moves her finger to the top right part of the bas-relief. More of those figures, and they're holding cubes in their hands. That might be what they're doing here, crafting the cubes. But it seems they were also busy with something else. You say as you look at what lies below these artisan scenes. The lowest part of the bas-relief has been damaged by time and moisture, but you can still recognize the chilling scenes depicted here. They're macabre scenes of death and torture. Maybe these are warnings for trespassers, like us, ponders Leandra, her enthusiasm fast waning. Or maybe they're more than just an act of warning. Could this be a record of what happened in this temple in days gone by? Nothing to be gained by such conjecture, you reply, tersely. No point in dwelling on their fate. Must push on regardless of who they were and what befell them. Okay, do we actually get a choice? I wouldn't think so. There seems to be a break, though, so we're going to have to figure out a way to get past. It should be safe here. Yeah. Let's just heal up, get our endurance back. Shouldn't take too much time. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, good. Fully rested, thank you. Close up, please, thank you. And then we go. To the loot storage area. That sounds promising. And maybe even a store-like object, my guess would be. If I had to guess, I'd say Leandra sticks around to manage the quote-unquote store while she studies more paintings and stuff. I don't know. Purely conjecture. You have entered a large, dark chamber filled with piles of material. There are broken crates, split leather sacks, and mounds of metal in both ore and ingot form. This is where the Geoks have been warehousing the objects looted from Rockstar. And another shot of a Gurgaz, for no apparent reason. Far across the chamber, you spot a chest made of sturdy dark wood banded with iron. Unlike most of the goods here, the chest is intact and has been set apart from the rest. Leandra has noticed the chest as well. Approaching it carefully, she calls out to you once she is within reach. It bears a symbol I've never seen before. Definitely not a sum-lending mark or emblem. As soon as you get closer, you know the symbol for what it is, a Drakarim emblem denoting that the contents of this chest are of special importance. And then, odd shot of somebody caught in a trap. I'm not sure what that's supposed to depict. Whatever lies within must be valuable to the Drakarim, you tell Leandra, eyeing the lock. Valuable like my prototype, you mean? Her eyes widen with anticipation as you approach the chest and inspect its lock. Alright, so what do we do here? I say we do this one. Weapon skill to pry the lock off. And we could try to pick the lock. I've gotten a little bit better at that. But let's just try to pry it off. I guess if we apply strength and force it open, we might actually be able to raise our vitality score a little bit. That'd be nice. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, took a little bit of health there. The latch bolts are strongly attached to the chest, and you need all your strength to dislodge them. Knowing that the contents of this chest are likely to be important, you try to be as careful as possible. However, your weapon does little more than glance off its armored facade. Your hand gets caught in the lock plate as your blow fails, its jagged edge cutting into your flesh quite deeply. You bite back a cry of pain, but you do not give up and put yourself to work again. When finally the bolts bend with a screeching sound, you allow yourself a few moments' rest to catch your breath and recover. Oh, son of a bitch. Your blow, while skilled, did not quite leave the contents of the chest intact. A pair of fragile vials lie cracked near the lock plate inside, both broken when you struck. Whatever they contained is now soaking through some old clothes and staining a few pieces of faded parchment. Leandra peers inside with an anxious look on her face. She is disappointed to discover that it does not contain the prototype, but she is also relieved that it was not there to be damaged when you forced open the lid. Before you leave, you decide to check if there is anything that can still be salvaged from the chest. Your eye is caught by a bundle of Giok hide tucked in the corner. When you unfold it, you reveal the work of a Roxton armorer contained within. Some magical piece of kit? Ah, another sword. Can be equipped in the offhand. Okay. But it can't be equipped in the main hand, can it? So I'm not sure it's all that useful. We will find it, Leandra, I promise. It will not elude us forever, you say, trying to keep her spirits up. With all this loot amassed here, I'd like to take a closer look, just in case my prototype is somewhere amongst it all, she replies. You nod your approval. However, before you can warn her not to go running off alone, Leandra does precisely that. She disappears out of sight behind a large stack of machine parts heaped on the left side of the chamber. Then a slight movement on the far end of the vault grabs your attention. It is a Giok patrol, and they have not come here alone. Towering over them, you see the cruelly familiar features of a Gurgaz. Its clawed hands are wrapped around the hilt of a huge iron axe that rests on its shoulder. The great beast snarls as it lumbers behind the diminutive Gioks, and you cannot help but think that Redfang was not the only exceptional Gurgaz assigned to guard this temple after all. The Gurgaz spots Leandra among the piles of loot and machinery. You see it lick its fang-filled maw as it holds her with its hungry, soulless eyes. She looks set to become the creature's newest victim, unless you do something quickly to prevent it from alerting the Gioks to her presence. Well, we could do something brash, but let's not, huh? So there's that, which we don't master. There's the brash. Hey, over here! That sounds like a bad idea. Let's not do that. Taunt the Gurgaz. So still a, hey, over here! So, what's the difference, right? I'm not sure. I mean, one's cunning, and one's just kind of all of a sudden? I don't know. Fine, let's do this. Gurgaz are fearsome creatures and are easily enraged. Armed with this knowledge, boldly you show yourself at the edge of cover and cup your hands to your mouth. Run away, you Gurgaz maggot, you shout, provocatively. The Gurgaz is inflamed by your insult. Boy, they are easily provoked, aren't they? It growls and flexes its muscles. In an instant it rushes forward, trampling and scattering the Gioks that get in its way. The Gurgaz comes charging at you in a howling rage with its great axe poised to strike. Coolly you draw your weapon and steel yourself for imminent combat. Alright, well, I'm fully healed up. Theoretically, my Summerland sword, or Summerling, I don't know. Summer sword. We'll call it the Summer sword. Skills should be off cooldown, theoretically. I don't know. It's possible. We'll try and see. It'd be nice to do a sweep. Yes, it is. Okay, awesome. So Rising Sun, we will totally do. 4,500. These guys are really freaking... Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I missed it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It's a freaking waste of a charge there. You know what we're going to do? We're going to throw a bomb down. It's the last one I have, but it should set everyone on fire. And then I'm going to hopefully not screw this up. Thank you. you. Okay, that's good. And then we'll do a heavy attack. Oh no, actually we'll do a bleeding attack. There we go. Had to make sure I didn't... So now he's bleeding and on fire, theoretically. So now we'll do a heavy attack. And slice across. Nice. And then I think we shield up. Because they're going to attack me. And I really need the endurance. They are taking heavy damage. Yeah, I don't think he's going to die from it. That's more the pity. Oh, but he did. Nice. Appreciate that. And they all waited for me to, yeah, lift my shield. Just great. That's fine. It's fine. Do the combo attack and take him out. Oh! Or miss entirely. That sucked. A lot. Heal, please. Oh, you know what? I should use Kai to heal. Whatever. We're okay. Yeah, heavy attack should still take him out, right? Yes. Oh, and I missed the follow-up, more's the pity. That's okay. Gurgaz is dead. Thank goodness. Simple attack should take care of this guy. There we go. I was able to do the follow-up correctly there. Okay, so I used up all my health potions. That's really bad, but... Oh, and have I mentioned that I really like that the background changes for pretty much every battle? I mean, that wasn't the I mean, there doesn't seem to be a default battle arena. It's all based on where you are in the story. I really like that. It's really neat. Okay, we did get a tincture. Not as good as the one we just used, but I'll take it. And I'll put it on my belt in just a minute. Because, oh yeah, I have 3 empty spots on my belt. So put that there. We'll put... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Thank you. The endurance one, yeah, we'll put the other one there. Do I need the broth right now? No. I could use more Kai power. So I do have bread for that. I can't use the item now. Maybe I have full Kai. Well, it's nice that it stops you when you have full Kai. I do have full Kai, and I have almost full endurance. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that. What else should I put on my belt, though? Do I have any flare powder? Yes, I do. I have one thing. Being able to stun them is at least something. It's not as good as setting them aflame, but whatever. Your final blow drops the Gurgaz, and it crashes to the ground at your feet, cracking open the stone. No sooner has the echo of its fall faded than you are faced by a party of new enemies, of course. Drawn by the clamor of your combat, a Drakkar at the head of the group of Geoks comes rushing into the chamber. The Drakkar sees the fallen Gurgaz, and you sense his sudden hunger for glory. To be the one to kill the last of the Kai, to succeed where a mighty Gurgaz failed, this will surely make him a legend of the Darklands. The Drakkar orders his minions to move to surround you. The Geoks raise their blades and close in for the kill, but before they reach you, the floor shudders violently and collapses, swallowing you all. Okay, well, unfortunately my dex is pretty high. So I think that's what we depend on, right? Hang on to the edge of the breach to avoid a fatal fall. Dampen the impact landing on the body of an enemy. That would be funny. That'd be pretty funny, actually. That would probably hurt them severely, but the fall is already going to kill them, I think. The enemies will be nice and squishy. Or the bodies will be nice and squishy, but I think, you know, doing the old monk trick in D&D, being able to basically slide along the wall to break your fall, sounds like a better idea. Let's do that. Floor crumbles, and we have to charge it up somehow. Keep your balance. Find a handhold. And we climbed up. You twist as you start to fall, and desperately you reach out to grasp the edge of the broken floor. The stone bites into your palms, but you bring yourself to a halt, if only for a moment. The Drakkar and Geoks are not so fortunate. They all plunge into a chamber below that is now heaped with the remains of its collapsed ceiling. You look down and see the bodies of the enemy lying among the debris. To your disappointment, The fall has not proved fatal for most of them. The floor is crumbling beneath your grasp. Knowing that it will never support you long enough to pull yourself up, you look at the Gyoks below and pick your target. Then you let slip your grip. You plummet down onto the back of a Gyok, and it crumples with the shock of the impact, cushioning your landing considerably. Oh, so you end up doing both. Alright. The impact snaps the Gyok's neck, and it dies instantly. Your dramatic arrival does not go unnoticed. The Drakkar bellows an order to the shaking Gyoks, commanding them to attack you. Only a few respond readily to his order. The others are too disoriented to comply. You seize the advantage of their disorder and strike first. Alright. So possibly if I had landed wrong with the strength attack, I probably would have taken a bit of damage. But now they should all be severely damaged, right? So then a summer sword attack here. Well, he's not severely damaged at all, but I bet the Gyoks are. Rising Sun, baby. Let's do it. Charge up that sword. Always got to pull it dramatically out of its sheath, otherwise the powers don't work. Oh, missed the frickin'... It's okay. Still managed to kill one of the Gyoks. We're going to kill the other one. Just a minute here. Maybe with a Mind Blast? Yeah, sure, why not? With a Mind Blast. Save a little wear and tear on the swords, right? There we go. Kill him off. And saves endurance. So now I should be able to just take this guy out with a series of blows, right? Theoretically. Okay, that's not quite going to do it, but a heavy attack might. Let's do it. Heavy attack, Hiya, and Hiya. Oh, okay, not quite. As long as he can't call for reinforcement. Oh, of course the Gyok shows up. Yeah, let's do the simple attack. That should take him down. And I should get... Yeah, I got my Kai back. My Kai powers are still on cooldown. So I'm gonna just shield up. He's going to attack me. It's gonna happen. Oh, and what do you know? Another Gyok. Did say they were slow to attack, not necessarily they weren't going to. Okay. So they're probably going to attack me now, so I'm gonna make this guy bleed. There we go. And then I'm going to stun the other guy. Actually, let's just see if we can take him out outright. I don't know if it's possible. Might be. Yeah, if we can do a heavy attack, we might be able to just take him out outright. Let's do it. I'll take all the endurance I have. Oh, Blade Lock. Which means this is going to hurt. Oh, come on. Blade Lock. Damn it. Don't know why I wasn't able to do it that time, but I wasn't. Let's do... No, if I do Sixth Sense, it isn't going to work on me. If I heal, that'll give me endurance. Let's do it. Wow, fills my endurance. I was expecting that. I was expecting... I don't know. I wasn't expecting to heal completely, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and... Well, my Kai powers are all on cooldown, right? No, they aren't. Okay, let's do Sixth Sense then. If I can stop them from attacking me, that's even better. Okay, great. He's dead. You're up next, bud. Yeah, see, they're not going to work out well for you. Oh, okay, light attack will totally take care of him next. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Bye-bye, baby. Okay, good. We didn't use anything from our belt, so we still have all our resources. And didn't get hurt too badly. Those Kai powers, they are a lifesaver. Okay, but now we're definitely separated from Leandra, so we can't go back. So what stuff did you get? Some bread, some pine, another health potion. Alright. The Drakkar lies dead at your feet, his rattling last breath echoing miserably in the confines of this small chamber. The walls are now streaked with foul blood, the stone beneath too smooth to climb with ease, and now too slick even to attempt. Are you alive down there? Leandra's hesitant voice calls down from above. You see her peering through the hole made by the Gurgas that rather unceremoniously dumped you here. Despite your aches and pains, you offer her reassurance. Well, that was unexpected, but I'm still standing. It's a shame you're not here. You were not disposed to help me. You're not the only one engaged in a fight, my lord. More Geoks came this way. They tried to seize me, but my crossbow put paid to their plan. You cannot help but recall the enemy's attempt to kidnap Leandra in the sunken forest. You did not know the reason at that time, but now you think about her connection to the prototype, and it sends a shiver down your spine. For now, you can only be relieved at the outcome of the fight. So what do we do now? I admit I do not like the thought of going it alone up here. The anxiety in Leandra's voice is unmistakable. Wherever we're headed, we should stay together. Jump and I will catch you. That's most chivalrous of you, but I think you'd best stand clear. I can handle this myself. Leandra pauses for a moment as she looks for a safe landing spot. Then she jumps down with remarkable agility and grace, hitting the rocky ground nearby and rolling to a halt with little difficulty. You are impressed by Leandra's athletic accomplishment, and the girl acknowledges this with an unashamedly smug grin. Leandra is still smiling as together you enter the narrow passage that leads away from the chamber and disappears into darkness ahead. How are you going to get back? That's the real question. The tunnel floor has been worn smooth by the passing centuries. In several places it turns back on itself and becomes much narrower. You and Leandra can both make it through these narrow sections, but not with ease. Well, not only that, but how do the Gurgaz get through? Well, at least you don't have to worry about Gurgaz here, Leandra says, offering a little levity to alleviate the strain of following this difficult, twisting route. At length, the narrow tunnel emerges into the side of the small cavern that is illuminated by shimmering blue light. Wary of what may await you here, you crouch down at the edge of the passage opening and survey the scene below. Quickly, you realize that the eerie light is being shed by dozens of blue crystals that are clustered all about the chamber. These clusters vary greatly in size. The floor of the iridescent chamber lies several feet below the opening of the passage. The walls are sheer, and you are considering how best to proceed when Leandra points at something below. Look, there's someone down there. Leandra is correct. In the cerulean glow, you make out the shape of a human male. He is leaning against one of the larger crystal clusters. He's not a Drakar, of that I'm certain, you say, but then how did he get here in the first place? Then you hear a voice that resonates from a different part of the chamber, and you realize that there is more than one person here. Their words are muffled, but there is no mistaking their strong, some-lending accent. These might be the former adventurers. Well, there's only one sure way to find out who they are, you say. We'll have to go down to the chamber and make their acquaintance firsthand. I'll go down first. You stay here and cover me with your crossbow. So, brazen? Puts two of them with a weapon in your hand. Sounds like that could be risky. Kyle trying to reassure them. Rely on Sixth Sense. Let's rely on Sixth Sense. That seems like the smartest move here. That way I can sense their intent. Although you do not sense any immediate danger, you take a moment to focus upon the chamber below and the two humans who occupy it. You can detect no hostility coming from them, but there is a strange aura which fills this chamber. The men are unarmed. They are clad in some lending clothes, but their garments are so worn out that it is a wonder they are still holding together at all. Most striking is the state of the men themselves. They are almost as thin and threadbare as their clothing. Wow, yeah, malnourished might be an understatement. It appears that they have been here for some considerable time. There's no obvious way the men can have sustained themselves in this chamber. There's no fresh water and no obvious source of food or nutrition. Your instincts tell you that the explanation for their survival is tied to the clusters of glowing blue crystals that illuminate this forlorn place. Both men are imbued with an energy that radiates from the crystal clusters. Whoever these men are, clearly they pose no threat to you and your companion. Confident in this knowledge, you signal to Leandra to holster her crossbow and follow you in the chamber. The moment Leandra gets closer to them, she gasps in surprise. Van? Gun? Is that really you? She moves over to them, reaching out to touch them with a baffled look on her face. It really is you. You are alive. You stay close to her, just in case you were wrong about the men being safe, but your caution is unnecessary. They tremble a little more, wary but willing to speak. It is? Who are you? The younger one asks hesitantly. Do you not remember me, Gun? We used to play with Darter. Then you left with that expedition so many years ago. I thought you had died. The man she called Gun stares at her blankly. You? Leandra? Leandra, take me away. Take me away from the light. Shut it off, please. Instinctively, your hand reaches for your weapon, but Gun just falls down to his knees and holds his head in his hands. The other man comes between Leandra and Gun, shaking his head with melancholy. He sighs heavily. Everyone else from that expedition was lost, Leandra. Gun and I were the only two survivors of this place. We only made it because we came in here and a door sealed shut behind us. As he speaks, Van gestures to the room's only real feature, an ancient stone door covered in Shianti markings. Once it closed, we were trapped in here. We were wounded, starving, close to death. We thought we would pass away soon, but somehow we've not. Eventually, we lost the count of time, he adds ruefully, and poor Gun has lost his mind as well. You've been down here this whole time? Leandra asks, her voice incredulous. How have you survived without food and water? Who tended your wounds? This room keeps us alive, somehow, Van answers. Not been hungry or thirsty since we got here. Our wounds healed too, just vanishing over time. We're safe here, but I've asked myself so many times that we should be grateful for that. This place is a prison, shouts Gun. I tried so hard to open that blasted door, but there's no way. Thought you'd come to rescue us, and now you're trapped as well. If I'd known it was you, I would have shouted, warned you somehow. I'm sorry. Gun turns his head as if seeing you for the first time. But who is this man, Leandra? Is he from Rockstarn as well? I am Lone Wolf, Fry Earl of the Fryland, and I will do everything in my power to open this door and see you both home. You have my word. Again, with the easy promises. Though, at least, it's probably unlocked by the Shianti cube we have. Van bows slightly, unsure about how to behave in your presence. You wave his concerns off, telling him he does not need to worry over formalities now. Your common goal is to find a way to leave this place. And then, odd and kind of disturbing shot of skulls. Meanwhile, Leandra is taking care of Gun, who seems to have calmed down a bit. Once he is still again, she addresses Van. You been down here alone this whole time? Van nods. Lately there have been noises past the door, but no one has approached from the way you two arrived. He looks back at the Shianti door, shivering again. Whoever's out there has tried to bash their way in several times. Considering you know what is out there waiting for you, this news does not come as a surprise. Have you heard anything else, Van? Just whatever keeps beating on the door is just one of many. Sometimes we hear whole groups moving outside, however it seems they've given up now. It's been some days since we last heard them try and ram the door. What can you tell me about this door? You ask Van. Looks to be our only way out. His grave expression does not offer you much room for hope, but you still need to know everything he does. Once it closed behind us, we never got it to budge again. It weighs far too much for us to move, even working together with what few tools we had. There's some kind of hole in the stone, though, an intentional gap. Gun has tried many times to put his hand in the opening, looking for a mechanism or lock, but each time all he got was a nasty sprain. Gun sighs, sounding defeated, and each time the blue light healed me, but we remain trapped all the same. You examine the door yourself, and you feel instantly relieved when you recognize the same geometric patterns you saw in the old hot spring mine. What's more, your Shianti cube starts vibrating inside the Corinthian bag. Perhaps not all is lost. This artifact may be the key to opening this door, something you lacked, you tell Van, but using it may be dangerous. Keep your distance while I put myself to work. Van is euphoric. He runs back to Leandra and Gun as quickly as his worn-out bones will allow. Once he relays your words, Gun looks at you with expectation. In your eyes, you see something you suspect has not been there in a very long time. A glimmer of hope. Alright, this should just be a matter of sixth sensing the way to shape the cube. Okay, it looks like it's a couple of stages. I wouldn't expect this to be a single movement, but we'll see. I could be wrong. Oh, okay, it's going to show us both. That's nice. Got it, I think. So yeah, that one, and then that one. And turn it. There you go. I really like the Sixth Sense, because otherwise I don't know how long I'd be spending on this puzzle. Thank goodness that I chose Sixth Sense. It takes some effort, but solving the riddle of the cube yields a great reward. The door that has trapped Van and Gun in this chamber for years finally opens. With a slow grinding noise, the immense stone slab splits and slides away, revealing a dark tunnel beyond. I'd resign myself to stay here forever. You're truly a gift by Ishir, Friar Earl. Vaughn exclaims exultantly. If you can just clear us a path to the surface, I can get us back to Rockstar, and you can have whatever you want from the supplies we have left. He gestures to a set of camp satchels. In fact, as long as I'm still here, I can help you myself. Whatever your gear needs might be if I'm available. Go on ahead, Leander says quietly as she glances at the two explorers. Until the path is clear, they're not safe alone, and they would only slow you down. She pats her crossbow and gives you a confident look. I'll be alright here. Be quick, and make sure you get back in one piece. You take your leave of the villagers and step out of the chamber, heading out in the darkness beyond. Okay, so I was kinda right about the shop. Just not quite the way I expected. Alright, so that's over there. And we could talk to the merchant, I suppose, and sell off I don't know what. That's just to see what they have. They have another sword, they have an axe, they have... oh, a new shield. Brand new shield, which actually might be... well, the armor bonus only applies when parrying. I'm not sure that's actually better than what we have. And a bunch of stuff that I don't really care about. They have grenades. I might totally take the grenades. And lots of potions and lots of stuff to upgrade. Okay. So that's what we're going to do next episode, is we're going to maybe upgrade our stuff, maybe sell. Well, we could probably just sell now, right? Yes, because I don't have a crossbow, so we'll just sell crossbow bolts. And the superior crossbow bolts, however many we have. And that's all we're going to sell right now, right? Somehow the stash keeps with us because it's magical. Just, just trust in that. And that'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Lone Wolf. I'm PC Universe. You're PC Universe too. And I'll see you guys next time.